Women happier than men or men happier than women? Let's get into it. I got some science for you today. Studies show that men are actually happier than women. Women constantly score higher in neuroticism in psychological studies. What is neuroticism? Neuroticism is a trait that tends to experience negative emotions like anger, anxiety, self-consciousness, irritability, emotional instability, and depression.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at older women getting rejected. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you check out the members area down below if you are interested in more weekly videos, supporting the channel, that sort of thing. And let's just jump right into the video.
Why does somebody that wants to be a multimillionaire like you cannot have a girlfriend?
What value can a girlfriend possibly bring to my business or bring to my dream? Nothing other than distraction.
Or she can make your life easier.
There's nothing that a woman can do to make my life easier.
100%. She can be your supportive girlfriend who cooks for you, cleans
I can
for
hire
you,
someone to
takes care
cook.
of the house.
I can hire someone to clean. I can hire someone to
You
take care of the
don't
house.
get lonely, do you?
Sometimes you do. But as a man, that's part of the journey. You're supposed to be able to handle yourself alone. If you cannot manage yourself to be alone, you cannot manage to become successful.
You can't bribe a successful man with cooking and cleaning. Those departments are probably covered.
All the sexual power that women have when they're young falls off a cliff in extraordinary rapidity. Now, here's the thing, though, is that when we're young and we have less sexual market value than women, supply and demand, hormones and receptivity, we can screw up for a while, and I'm sure everyone has, I know I have, but then you can recover, right? So, I went to theater school. I got a history degree because I'm all about the earning, right? But then I was like, wake up, dude. And I went and started a software company.
It makes no sense to waste money on a theater degree. It won't help you in the long run.
So you can shake it off and you can turn things around. If a woman takes full advantage of that sexual magnetism of youth and, hoingo boingos around the community, then by the time she hits her late 30s, it's too late. And then you get like a half century of regret. And one of my biggest tweets was me just saying, women, your eggs die at 40, you live to 80. What are you going to do for 40 years?
It's crazy to me how women these days will waste their best assets, being their youth and their fertility and femininity and that sort of thing, and they just spend their entire 20s just throwing it away. It's crazy.
Do you think that having a kid helps or hurts your dating life at 30?
I mean, they wanted me when I was pregnant, so I don't know. I have a little girl, I don't know.
But do you think they wanted you to commit, or they just wanted to, have fun with you?
I think definitely a lot of guys go for girls who have kids because they think that most girls who have kids, they don't value themselves. They think that, oh, this guy doesn't have a kid, I have a kid, so I gotta put up a shit.
Were you married to your baby father?
Yes.
Are you looking to get remarried?
No.
Of course, she doesn't want to get remarried. She wants to be able to leave whenever she wants.
Hell no. You know how many married men I have in my DMs? Never. I'm not doing it.
How soon would you let your new man meet your daughter?
Oh my gosh, never. I don't ever. I have, this is a scary world as a girl mom. I've had men be like, oh, your daughter's so beautiful. Like, I can just picture myself with you and your daughter. I don't know. If my kid's asleep and they try, oh, your kid's asleep, can I slide through? No, it's a no. If my kid's there, you're not sliding through.
That's exactly why men don't want to get with single mothers. They will never be a priority, and also you have to look after a kid that is not your own.
Am I oppressed?
Yeah. Do you think you're oppressed?
Yeah. I've definitely felt from time to time in different stages of my life, like in work and stuff. I've worked in different aspects of life, and I've felt people belittle me. I felt men put me below.
Yeah, but individual men belittling
me too.
Is not oppression.
You think men, how much we get belittled by other men? Our whole lives. It's like...
And you don't think it's worse for you?
I was about to say, you don't think it's worse for you as a black man?
Most of these women have never known true oppression a single day in their lives.
I do think we get oppressed, but I'm not sitting here talking about I live under oppression. Y'all are. So I'm trying to figure out, how do you equate...
I didn't say I live under oppression always. The question asked, do I feel
oppression to me is constant. Like, a slave was living under oppression where you were made to do something. No one's making you get pregnant by a man that you deem undesirable. So that's not oppression. That's self-oppression.
These women live in the West. They are the most privileged group of people in society, quite literally.
Generally, this is the attitude when it comes to guys who earn less than 100K. And it's to do with social media, and it's to do with the male influencers as well, who promote having to have, $100 million just to get by. And it's just not the reality of things. Most men are out there working extremely hard, contributing to society and building things. I'm very lucky in the sense that I actually get to have a YouTube channel where I can earn a lot of money.
Okay,
if my
well,
YouTube
then
channel,
what do you do?
if my YouTube channel goes away tomorrow like that, people will watch some other shit.
It's crazy how women like this live in a world where it's standard for a man to make like $500,000 a year. Completely insane.
Doesn't even matter. But these guys, if they stop building the structure tomorrow, all of a sudden we've got half-built structures everywhere. All of a sudden you can't flush your toilet. All of a sudden you can't have electricity. And all of a sudden we can't have protection from the police. These are the people who literally build the world around you. And it's just like, I absolutely detest that notion of people laughing at people who work with their hands.
They laugh at the idea of men keeping things going while also directly benefiting from their work.
The big difference, though, that does not exist in women, that does exist in men, is paternity uncertainty. A woman who's promiscuous, you cannot guarantee the paternity of your child if she's promiscuous.
How you get a DNA test? And
Well, but that doesn't undo hundreds of thousands of years of evolution. So, for example, a woman who has 10 husbands, if she sleeps with all of them, who's the father? Whereas a man who has 10 wives, you know who the father is in each of those instances. If you have a child, you know with certainty that the child is yours, obviously because of just the anatomical and biological reality that women are the ones who give birth.
No child should ever have to grow up in a home where their own mother doesn't even know the father. Let that sink in for a second.
Birth. But women, since we don't give birth, we cannot with certainty know if the child is ours. So one of the best ways to be certain of that is, one, if she's a virgin, or two, we know that she's not promiscuous and has a low body count.
I don't know. I guess I somewhat understand like what you're saying.
Why are women attracted to tall men? Why are women attracted to muscular men?
Because they can protect them. Maybe this, like, I don't know.
Okay, sure. So in that same way, men are attracted to women who are not promiscuous. It's ingrained in us.
Women like this think their feelings can override thousands of years of male biological evolution. Good luck with that one.
Instagram or a long-term boyfriend? Pick one. Okay, let's see.
Instagram.
Okay.
What?
Instagram.
She didn't even have to think about it.
Instagram. Okay. Oh, you think I was getting red pill right now? Okay. What about you?
Probably Instagram.
Detroit.
I probably already knew, but Instagram.
What the
Come on.
I would say Instagram. I haven't met or found a man yet that can give me what Instagram has given me. So Instagram.
Whoa. Yeah, this is why this show is necessary.
Instagram has completely scrambled the minds of countless women. It keeps them single and they love it.
Sarah, do you see how all these girls are in a relationship with Instagram instead of a real man? They're addicted to attention instead of love.
Actually, yeah. And we wonder why divorce rates are skyrocketing and marriage rates are declining and men are overwhelmingly depressed. It's because of things like this. Somebody replied and said, "Who raised y'all?" The internet. Somebody else said, "It's fine, boys. They're weeding out the girls from the women for us. Girls love attention. Women value love." That's wholesome. It's also very real.
Women like that prefer validation from internet strangers rather than from a single man who actually cares about them.
What would you want the minimum yearly income to be for your future husband, starting with you?
I put 1 million.
1 million.
Yeah.
You want a guy who makes $1 million a year. That's a tall order. Have you ever dated a guy who makes $1 million a year?
Not yet.
Whoa, hold on. Okay. 31, ex-stripper. I don't know if it's in the cards.
Do you think that you will make $1 million in 1 year ever in your life?
What do you mean, think I will?
Are you already doing that?
Guilty as charged.
Okay, so then I think for what I want in my life, I'm getting into the right environment. If you're a millionaire right here, then I'm sure you got friends, and who knows, maybe I'll be on other podcasts with other millionaires.
That's not a dating strategy. That's just a great way to humiliate yourself on the internet.
Wait, I live in Santa Barbara. I've seen Oprah. I've seen all these rich, famous people. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna end up with a rich, famous person. Just because you've been in proximity to somebody who's rich, like Kim Kardashian's assistant, she's kicking it with Kim Kardashian. All the people that work for Kim Kardashian. Doesn't mean that they're going to marry like a billionaire.
She refuses to accept the fact that the men that she actually desires have incredibly strict standards.
Women use their Instagram as like their own little attention economy. If she does not reply to your DMs, then you don't follow her. And if you follow her and she doesn't follow you back, that's a big red flag. In addition to that, you do not comment on her photos unless you have piped her or you are within 1 or 2 dates. These girls will like take as much free attention as they can get, bro.
The fact that there are dating strategies for Instagram just shows how far we have fallen as people, honestly. It's crazy how many modern women these days refuse to appreciate the lengths a man will go to just to show that he cares about her. What makes it worse is how you have modern women expecting grandiose gestures in exchange for quite literally nothing.
It is very hard to communicate facts without your interpretation of them or how people feel. I'm saying men will walk away, and men will walk away for two reasons. Number one reason, the quality of wives is too low. The women are too overweight. Not all. The women are too overweight. The women are too slutty. And the women, there's just not enough quality wives. You know, Aaron Clary broke down the numbers that Michael Knowles, he was kind of disputing them in our debate. But Aaron Clary did a whole video you can look up on his channel. It's from the Book of Numbers, going through how they got the 5% of women are marriageable stat.
When you are dealing with such low numbers of quality women, it is no wonder why men are just completely done.
What's worse, a man rejecting a woman because she's overweight, or a woman rejecting a man because she's short?
A man rejecting a woman.
I would say a woman that's overweight.
A man rejecting a woman?
Yeah,
okay.
is worse.
Yeah, same.
Agree?
I feel like it's equal, if I'm being honest.
Equal, okay.
I think it would probably be worse to reject a man for his height, because how can you fix your height in any capacity?
Sure.
You can't.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I also have to say the man in the height situations.
What about you?
Rejecting a man for height.
Okay.
I would say it's equal.
Equal. Q, what do you think?
Rejecting a man for height.
It's worse, though. Because here's why.
What
As
if they have a
woman,
health issue?
Men can't do anything about their height. Women, you can control your weight.
It makes no sense how some women can determine a man's value based purely on his height. That is ridiculous.
Stop lying to yourself that you're advertising. Okay? You're advertising. And I've written before.
See, at least the old school feminists understood that. If you are putting all your stuff out there for everyone to see, of course you're going to get attention. Of course you're going to get men to be aroused by it. If you are literally showing everything, your butt and your tits, what do you expect is going to be the
Modern feminists were taught that being promiscuous was the key to becoming liberated. Very liberating stuff, obviously.
outcome of that? And if you were really comfortable and you were doing it for yourself, you would be wearing those outfits at home in the comfort of your own home. But you don't do that. You post it on Instagram, you post it on TikTok, and you go out to the clubs looking like that. So let's call it for what it is, y'all, okay? You want to put out your thirst traps, and that's perfectly fine, but own it. Own it.
They will never own up to their desire for male validation. That would imply that they are wrong.
Women our age are more likely to be in relationships than men, which makes you think, who is everybody dating at the end of the day? If the women aren't dating the men, then...
What crosses my mind is I think there's perhaps two explanations. One, women in that age group are dating older men, 30 to 40. But I think the bigger thing is that women are maybe think they're in a relationship or are in a relationship, and they're sharing higher quality guys. So, and there's this concept called hypergamy. Women are all chasing after the top tier of men. So a lot of women are happier sharing a top tier guy than settling for a guy that's actually on their level.
How else do you explain those "are we dating the same guy" groups on Facebook and whatever else?
Women happier than men or men happier than women? Let's get into it. I got some science for you today. Studies show that men are actually happier than women. Women constantly score higher in neuroticism in psychological studies. What is neuroticism? Neuroticism is a trait that tends to experience negative emotions like anger, anxiety, self-consciousness, irritability, emotional instability, and depression. Why is this so? Differences in brain chemistry and hormone fluctuations. Women are more prone to stress and ruminate. Men tend to engage in active problem-solving behaviors when they experience stress. And because of their coping mechanism, they are not experiencing as much negative emotion.
And all of those negative behaviors are encouraged by these same women who experience them.
Social media is out to destroy men. It's no secret that men are visual creatures. And honestly, I see no problem with that. But the algorithms exploit this as a weakness to keep you on their platforms as long as possible. By only filling in your following tab with IG models, you're feeding into the exact system that's making men weak today. My guys, there's nothing wrong with having primal physical attraction to women, but use that primal desire to attract real girls in real life. To become the man that won't accept a girl at face value, and the man that women need to better themselves for. You have the ability to change your own algorithm, so engage with content that will actually serve you.
Naturally, it's a man's job to fuel the betterment of society, but what exactly are the women doing?
You want to know something? Women are the absolute cruelest creatures on this planet.
And, things I see that women do, things I know and heard that women do, the paternity issue, how these women lay next to a man for years, looking a kid in the eyes for years, knowing there's no relation, how good men get stomped out.
It's a known fact that there is no world that is quite as mean-spirited as the sisterhood itself.
How kids are just used for a check. I've come to the conclusion that I think women are just pure evil. Like, I really think women are just pure evil. Women are naturally evil beings, I believe. And only a woman who's honest about our natural nature of being deceptive can change it. Like, for example, I know that naturally there's a selfish, gimme, I want that type of way about me. So, about people, period, but especially women. So if you can't be honest and say that that's in there, then you can't deal with it and address.
Those behaviors were usually curbed with good parenting, but now they're literally celebrated.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you that this is something that is so critical between men and women that I don't think men or women are really actually swallowing the degree to which this is important. Women in general feel such levels of unsafety that it doesn't matter how much unsafety a man feels, he does not understand what it is to exist as a female. Women are literally existing here kind of like prey animals. We're constantly in a state of fear. And so when the masculine container is there, providing that element of security and protection and really taking responsibility for creating the tonality of security and safety in the relationship and in life, that's one of the primary elements of containment.
The reason why women feel quote-unquote unsafe is so that they can paint themselves to perpetually be the victim, and also because other women tell them to feel unsafe. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.